Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adai Itano program. Apply at matson.com and McDonald's of Guam. I'm loving it.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime. A bill to waive sanitary permit fees for student-led fundraisers draws strong support and much-needed clarity. More on Bill 215 coming up.
Plus, from fingerprints to DNA, high school students step inside real crime labs at the Guam Police Department's forensics camp. I'm Mitsuki Hirayama with the story next.
Building Guam's future one skill at a time. Guam Community College cuts the ribbon on a new workforce development center designed to train local workers for high-demand construction and maritime jobs. I'm Jonagan Charfris with the story coming up.
Hafa and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Destiny Cruz-Langus. Thanks for ending your day with us. Well, how can student-led organizations keep more of the money they raise for their causes? A bill proposing to waive sanitary permit fees aims to strike that balance, drawing strong support and providing much-needed clarity on the issue. Here's more. Much-needed clarity on sanitary permit fees surfacing during a public hearing on Bill 215. The measure proposing waiving sanitary permit fees for student-led fundraisers, fees that apparently had student groups spending anywhere from $300 to $1,000 from their raised funds just to comply. That burden was highlighted by University of Guam Student Government Association President Kiana Ardiente, who testified in support of the bill.
Student leaders already shoulder big financial responsibility when organizing fundraisers. They personally and collectively invest in supplies, materials, and logistics in order to operate successful events. On top of these costs, student organizations are required to pay a sanitary permit fee of approximately $50 to $100.
Ardiente adding that the measure would remove a major barrier to participation and encourage greater civic engagement, pointing out that many fundraisers support not only student organizations, but the broader community as well. Also expressing support for the bill was Guam Department of Public Health and Social Services Director Therese Areola. During the hearing, Areola and public health officials clarifying the different types of permits available, explaining that one permit costing $300 and valid for 180 days can cover multiple student organizations, as long as fundraisers are held in the same location rather than requiring a separate permit for each club.
Technically, as long as the fundraiser happens in specific locations in the school, then it doesn't matter
or whatever.
It doesn't matter which organization, as long as it's, for example, in the courtyard or in the gym.
Right, so the school should.
Also backing the bill is Sean Monforte of the Guam Department of Education's Food and Nutrition Management Division, who says GDOE is working with public health to streamline and clarify the information for schools. Monforte also recommended adding language to the bill for GDOE campuses, emphasizing the need for schools to follow CFR regulations on items sold during school hours, as violations could jeopardize school food programs. Well, incoming Guam Department of Education Superintendent Dr. Judy Wanpat has announced her new senior leadership team. Franklin Leon Guerrero, who brings extensive experience, including working in the Pentagon, has been appointed Deputy Superintendent of Finance and Administrative Services. Jackie Kitagwa, who previously served in leadership roles with the CNMI public school system, including Education Specialist and Senior Director of Curriculum and Instruction, will now serve as Deputy Superintendent of Educational Support and Community Learning. Assuming the role of Deputy Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction is Dr. Rizalina Liwag, who brings more than 30 years of leadership experience as a teacher, principal, and senior director. Dr. Jackie Ujoa Heath, formerly Assistant Director of Planning and Development at the Guam Community College and a former Dean at the University of Guam, has been appointed Deputy Superintendent of Assessment and Accountability. Dr. Wanpat says, quote, "This dynamic team brings a wealth of knowledge, experience, and innovative thinking to the Department of Education. Each member's unique background enriches the department's capacity to meet the diverse needs of students and the community." December 31st marks the final day of service for the deputy superintendents appointed under former Superintendent Dr. Kenneth Swanson. In other news, 33-year-old Jenilyn Crystal Demila Flores is facing felony drug charges following a traffic stop Sunday night. Police say Flores was pulled over after officers clocked her Toyota sedan traveling 40 miles per hour in a 15-mile-per-hour zone. During the stop, an officer noted a black pouch on the floor behind the front passenger seat labeled "All My Drug Expletive." According to a magistrate's complaint, Flores appeared nervous and distracted as she searched for her documents with shaking hands as she handed over her ID. She later consented to a search of the vehicle. Now, inside the pouch, officers reportedly found 2 bags of methamphetamine weighing just under 1 gram total, along with a glass meth pipe. Flores was charged Monday in the Superior Court with possession of a Schedule II controlled substance as a third-degree felony. A 53-year-old man has been arrested and charged in connection with a November family violence incident involving alleged threats made to a woman. According to court documents, Benjamin Charfris Jr. was charged Monday with misdemeanor family violence after police say he sent threatening WhatsApp voice messages to the woman following an argument. The incident began on November 23rd when the woman screamed after spotting a snake outside a residence. Her scream startled Charfris, who was standing on a ladder hanging Christmas lights, causing him to fall backward and hit his head. He refused medical treatment at the time. The following morning, Charfris accused the woman of pushing him from the ladder. According to the complaint, she left the home to de-escalate the situation, but while driving, she received several threatening voice messages from him. Police later located Charfris early Monday morning operating a motorcycle without a proper license or registration. When questioned, investigators say he admitted the woman did not push him and confirmed he sent threatening messages. A group of high school students spent part of their winter break doing what many only see on crime shows, analyzing evidence and learning how science solves cases. Mitsuki Hirayama takes you inside a forensic science camp hosted by the Guam Police Department.
Forensics look a little different at the Guam Police Crime Lab this week. The investigators are high school students. GPD invited the students behind the scenes for a forensics camp designed to show how science plays a key role in criminal investigations. One mentor is James Averman, a former teacher turned criminalist with the Forensic Science Bureau.
It focuses on what we do here at the lab, which includes crime scene processing, crime scene response, as well as the sciences such as drug analysis, biological analysis, firearms analysis, and latent fingerprint development.
A classroom full of teens getting hands-on experience, from studying mock crime scenes to learning how DNA evidence is collected and analyzed.
There's like firearms, there's drugs, and there's also biology unit with like DNA and serology, which is like bodily fluids. So we're learning a lot about how they go through the crime scene and they collect the evidence and then they analyze the evidence to, know which gun fired that, or like, is this actually blood? Or whose blood is this?
For many students, the camp lines up perfectly with their career goals.
So far, my favorite thing, I think it has been probably the blood. I'm trying to pursue a career in the psychology, forensic psychology, but I think like the blood is also another thing, or even the crime scene investigation, because I like how interactive it is.
I feel like it helps me because I get to see, I get to learn more about forensics, so then I can really know if this is the career I want to pursue.
For others, the camp helped connect school subjects to real-life impact.
It's teaching me a lot about different science fields. It's really intriguing how different people can think and stuff. But of course, a lot of the biology that we're going through also helps a lot with me understanding a lot more about pathology, which is what I want to pursue.
Exposing students early helps them understand both the science and the responsibility that comes with the job.
The work that we do is not just to solve the crimes, it's also to exonerate people. So the stuff we find, we're not really, while we do work for GPD, we're not just doing the investigations that will, pin something on a suspect, let's say. We also do the work that might exonerate a suspect, that maybe this person was being investigated, but there's evidence that proves that this person was not involved. So we're really working for the evidence.
Averman says he hopes the camp inspires students to pursue a career with the Guam Police Department or in the forensic sciences. Mitsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
Time for a quick break. You're watching KUAM.
This holiday season, the magic is near. In every aisle, it's crystal clear. From decor that dazzles, to toys that bring joy, to sweet little treats for each girl and boy. Lights that sparkle, gifts from the heart, it all comes together at Kmart.
Say howdy to the new Buffalo Ranch sauce with its tangy creaminess and its creamy tanginess. It's your chicken's perfect partner, only at McDonald's.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Welcome back to Primetime. The Guam Community College is expanding hands-on training opportunities for the island's workforce. Today, GCC is celebrating the opening of its newly renovated Workforce Development Center, designed to prepare residents for high-demand jobs in construction and maritime ship repair.
Guam's push to build a stronger local workforce took a major step forward with the ribbon cutting of the newly renovated Workforce Development Center in Barrigada. GCC President Dr. Mary Okada.
This ribbon cutting ceremony is a testament to all the hard work that Team GCC has done to support our island.
The 8,000 square foot facility is designed to give students real-world hands-on training, featuring 4 modern classrooms and an open-air shop that mirrors actual job site conditions. The center supports training in welding, carpentry, electrical work, and other construction trades, along with GCC's work-ready boot camps focused on maritime ship repair, industries critical to Guam's economy and infrastructure. College leaders say investing in local talent is key to reducing reliance on off-island labor, while supporting economic growth and strengthening Guam's role as a regional hub for commerce and military operations.
This project, the Workforce Development Center, is really poised to take the college into the future. Through the governor's initiative on economic diversification, construction, and ship repair, we're identified as a top tier for capacity expansion. Today, the college supports our mission as the leader in career and technical workforce development, providing the highest quality student-centered education and job training for Micronesia.
With the new Workforce Development Center now open, GCC says students will gain industry-relevant skills that translate directly into jobs, helping keep opportunity, talent, and economic growth right here on island. The Workforce Development Center is expected to serve students, apprentices, and working professionals seeking to upgrade skills in Guam's fastest-growing trade industries.
And I thank you all for your dedication and support for this project and your continued to support GCC and its mission. As we say, students first, mission always. We stand on our commitment to our community.
Jonagan Charfris, KUAM News.
The Port Authority of Guam rolled out the welcome mat early this morning as the MS Asuka 3 made its first ever port call to Guam. The Japan-flagged cruise liner arrived just after 6:30 a.m., carrying more than 1,000 passengers and crew combined. Port General Manager Roy Respicio called the visit a milestone, saying each passenger vessel strengthens Guam's visibility as a premier tourism destination and reflects growing maritime ties across the region. Visitors were greeted dockside by a welcoming committee organized by the Guam Visitors Bureau, complete with cultural performances highlighting island traditions and hospitality. The ship is scheduled to depart later tonight for Saipan after a full day of exploring Guam's culture, cuisine, and attractions. Today's arrival marks the 4th passenger vessel visit of the year, with another Japan-flagged cruise ship expected to arrive tomorrow. Well, Times Square got a preview of the New Year's magic as organizers of the New Year's Eve celebration, along with Planet Fitness, tested the confetti drop ahead of the 3,000 pounds expected to fall at midnight on January 1st.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year!
The organizers of the New Year's Eve celebration and Planet Fitness joined up to test drop confetti here in Times Square ahead of what will be 3,000 pounds of confetti dropped at 12 a.m. January 1st. And it's going to include thousands of wishes from people who have submitted them on the wishing wall here in Times Square or on the virtual wishing wall online. A good crowd was out here too, braving the cold and the rain to get an up-close and personal look.
On December 31st, we are breaking records here in Times Square. We are going to be releasing the most confetti ever, nearly 3 tons, and we got a taste of it here in Times Square today. We're going to have purple and yellow at 10 p.m. We're going to have our traditional multicolored confetti at midnight, and to celebrate America's 250th anniversary year, red, white, and blue.
And of course, in days' time, Times Square will be packed with people as we celebrate the end of 2025 and the beginning of 2026. It is going to be an incredible time. CBS News New York will have all of those updates. Right now, we're in Times Square. Alan Devlin, CBS News, New York.
Now for a look at your world at home. Here's a skylight view of Telefocal Falls in Omaha.
My little angel, so full of love, with you forever, and I'll never let you go, 'cause in my heart is where you belong.
Now it pays to spread the Better Together experience. With our brand new referral program, you can earn up to $150 in account credits for every referral you bring in. That's right, family, neighbors, friends, even your coworkers. Just pass them your account name and account number. When they sign up for Docomo Pacific service and drop your info, cha-ching! Credit applied. So spread the word and start stacking those savings. Additional conditions may apply. Docomo Pacific, we're better together.
KFC. Celebrate the holidays with KFC Hot and Spicy Chicken and Honey Hot Wings Holiday Feast.
Bringing back our best ones through the years.
All that deliciousness for just $39.95.
KFC, it's finger-licking good.
The Guam Football Association is ringing in 2026 by bringing back a most welcome site 80 feet above Harmon Loop Road. 9 lighting poles, each housing 18 floodlights, replaced those that went down 2 years ago after Typhoon Mawar. The $1.9 million network is now fully upright, visible as far as Isengsong Road and Barragata Heights.
Oh, I think a lot of people are really excited to get back into the night games, and they can't wait to see it to come on. And there are some people who say that they didn't come back to play because it's too hot. So they're looking to return to play. So we're really excited to see more people coming back into the sport. And more so, it allows us to have more flexibility to serve our community.
But anyone could have just labeled the polls 1 through 9. GFA went a step beyond and demonstrated the teamwork and creativity of the beautiful game, giving each structure a fun nickname.
It is true that it is poll A through I plus futsal, but we decided to, instead of keep calling it an A, B, C, we wanted to have a lot of fun, put a little name to it. We started thinking about, oh, should we do it in a formation style name? But we decided to keep it fun and just enjoyed the start of the whole floodlight situation. So what we did, we decided to take A, which is the Aloha Flame, and we have B for Biba Bright Bobby. Then we have C, Captain Chamorro. Then we have D, which is Dazzle Tower. E for Electric Giant. F is Flashmaster. Then we have G, which is Glowzilla. And we have H, which is Highlight Hero. And we have I, which is Illuminator. And we have J for Futsal, which is Jet Light Jokers.
In addition to the 9 towers, there's a network of lights off to the side for futsal training and competition.
So we finally put up the futsal, so we have a new frame and a new light setup, and every single 9 poles plus the futsal have their own nickname.
But these aren't just steel towers that house lighting mounts. These are LED-based communication systems. It's next-level tech to provide optimal opportunities for all involved.
These floodlights are very, very recent technology with the LED lights, which really, if you notice, it doesn't take a lot of light fixtures. And the way the airflow, it should make it very easy when we do go through the next typhoon. But each of these units are weighing between 8 to 10 tons, which is amazingly heavy. But the plug and play is so systematic that even with each of the communication device on the top, there's a spike. And that is a wireless antenna. And so once we can do this, we can actually turn on and turn off or dim from our cell phones or computers and whatnot. And that allows us to be able to control the power and the floodlight lux reading.
The polls bring nightlights for matches after the sun goes down, with the National Training Center and our top soccer talent at all levels and formats now having additional venues to play.
What makes it more exciting is each of these lights will be able to illuminate on every single pitch that we have, including the beach court and the grass court, which we've never really had that option. And so by allowing us to have more lights around in these areas, so we do anticipate to have longer days and longer nights, and we're going to have more people coming in, more events happening, and that's just a really positive thing. And it keeps, people off the street and keeping a healthy lifestyle.
So possibly volunteer opportunities if anybody wants to get some service learning hours, or?
Oh, sure, absolutely. We can always use some help, and we do welcome everyone to be a part of our family.
Now, the polls could possibly also be a sneak preview of some of the infrastructure that debuts at GFA's coming Southern Complex in Hoggett.
So the opportunity down in Agate is there is an intent for floodlight to be down there. It just remained to be seen on the budget side, and once we reach that point, we definitely want to put the floodlights in one of those pitches.
This was an enormous project, and GFA was fortunate to get help from friends to make it a reality.
With the FIFA Foundation to help us with the foundation to be put in, so that was done. And now we've actually used the AFC Stadium, which helped us for the $1 million, which has afforded us to bring the poles in. Then we have the other portion of the funds that are being funded through a different source that allows us to put the structural. So it's been a long journey, but we're very, very happy. And I have to tell you that Musco has been such a strong partner for us to allow us to work through these hurdles so that we can try to stay on time to get it done before the end of the year.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Jamaican grill, Jamaican grill, Jamaican grill. What's for lunch and for dinner? You want something good? Yeah. Jamaican grill. Yeah, man, serious food.
Happy New Year, Guam. Plates, platters, and parties at your house or ours. Yaman, serious food for 2026.
Giving Every Tuesday is brought to you by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, One Love.
In this week's Giving Every Tuesday, we're checking in on our KUAM Spark Ambassadors, young leaders turning kindness into action and making a real impact in our community. The holiday season brought big smiles and warm hearts thanks to the passion of our Spark Ambassadors. The Giving Warriors Project, led by Spark Ambassador Jim and Yum, spread a holiday cheer among Mong Totomaiti kids, hosting festive Christmas games, sharing care boxes, and creating joyful moments that lit up the room. Just look at the smiles. Proof that kindness goes a long way. Meanwhile, Spark Ambassadors Venetia Kim and Hope Katapia launched the Gifts of Joy Youth Toy Drive, an initiative designed to uplift children in need during the holidays. Running from November 24th through December 12th, the Toy Drive rallied students at St. John's School, encouraging peers to come together for a cause bigger than themselves, spreading cheer, generosity, and hope. Throughout the month, as part of Giving Tuesday, our Spark Ambassadors reminded us that kindness isn't just a gesture, it's a movement. And this season, they proved that even the smallest acts can make the biggest difference.
Giving Every Tuesday is brought to you by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, One Love. News Bites is brought to you by Docomo Pacific Better Together, Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas, and the Guam Army National Guard. Live here, serve here. Important things in our community, everybody, and leading into 2026, we have several events that I want you to consider because there are big things happening as we get ready to welcome the new year safely, responsibly, together, and with respect and love, because that's what we're all about here in 671. What do we got? Tea time with AOLG, right? All Cougars, all graduates, all years, 76 years. The school has been around educating young women in the Catholic way. And please, if you are a graduate, bring your Nina, bring your grandma, make sure that the word gets out, because it is tea time, and all of the alumni of the Academy of Our Lady of Guam are going to get together for tea on the 17th. That is very, very wonderful. Also coming up, safe drive home if you or anyone you know is in need. Even if you don't use this service, I implore you, please make sure that everybody knows. Tell them about it, share the post, make sure that everybody knows, because if in the event they have a little bit too much, they party a little bit too hard, get a little bit crazy leading up to New Year's Day, No judgment, no shame. Togi and the Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center have you covered, and they will give you a safe ride home. Make sure you get home. Thank you to our friends for doing that and taking care of our community in that way. All right, fireworks. Speaking of New Year's Day, there are not one, but 2 fireworks shows. So if you're going to be in Hagåtña, watch it from the bay, right? There are lots of places there to watch a really good fireworks show. And if I know this from personal experience, right, Jen? If you watch the fireworks in Hagåtña, seeing the fireworks actually reflect off the water, amazing. And you know where they're also doing this? Over in Tumon Bay. So whatever's most convenient for you, if you're going to be at a restaurant, if you're going to be at a hotel, if you're going to be at the beach, if you're going to be in the back of your yard, right? If you are in either of these places, you are going to watch an absolutely amazing fireworks show. Ringin' 2026 the half-a-day way. That's what it's all about. All right, and then game of the week leading up to the 1st of January. We got a double header for you, so if you are into pro hoops, the Cavs and the Spurs. I mean, Wemby is playing out of his mind, and that's why we call him an alien, because dude is insane. Defensive Player of the Year, absolutely, no doubt there. And the Mavs, rookie Cooper Flagg, they moved him to point guard for a little bit, and now he's back to his natural, what is he, small forward? Power. He's a 3, he's a 4, he's a 5, he's a 2, he's a 1. He plays everywhere. He and his teammates are traveling up to Oregon, and they are going to play the Blazers. As for right now, we got some birthdays to get to, so here are tonight's celebrants. Just 2 more days, everybody. 2 days until New Year's, and we have 2 birthday celebrants to celebrate today. So happy birthday to Frank Santos Jr. Frankie, go! Happy birthday to you, and please enjoy your last year being in your 50s. We love you, says your family and your friends. Happy birthday, Frank Jr. And Susie Duenas, happy birthday to the best grandma and great grandma with so much love from your favorite girls and from Papa. So, Mr. Frank and Miss Susie, we wish you both all the holiday blessings, a wonderful new year, a prosperous time, and a wonderful birthday. Want to wish your special someone a happy birthday? Just click the QR code here on your screen or email birthdayclub@kuam.com.
And that's your primetime show. Thanks for watching. Have a safe evening and stay beautiful.
Health, Home, and Lifestyle is brought to you by the Medical City, your trusted partner in health.
Half a day, everybody. I'm Jason Salas. Welcome to Health, Home, and Lifestyle on this Tuesday right here on KUAM. I love that message. That's absolutely wonderful for the holiday season. And throughout December, we have amazing stories to help you live a healthy and happy life. Here's what we got for you this week.
House to Home, presented by Remax Diamond Realty.
Hello, half a day and happy holidays from all of us at House to Home, everybody, from our world here in Zoom or wow, in real life, one of these days, to your family. We continue to bring you interesting perspectives on opportunities, on the market, and on people really working hard to really make Guam's real estate market the best it can be for the most people that we can reach. And we have here 2 friends, Ken and Amanda from Pacific Federal Management, and they are actually kind of partnering up with Liz and Gina with your nonprofit, because this is something that hits very, very close to both of your hearts, because you guys are all collaborating, putting your very accomplished minds together to increase affordable housing on Guam, something that I would say is very much needed, especially during these times. So bravo to all of you for working on this, first of all.
Thank you, Jason. We're honored and excited to start with our first project for Flores Rosa Gardens 30-unit affordable housing development in Ipao Road. And it's the start of a collaboration that we hope can last for many, many years in the future.
Okay, so we talked about last week, Gina setting the table, and so apropos, because we're all going to be eating like kings this week and everything. So give like some context and everything like that. Affordable housing is at your heart, and it's something you worked for a very, very long time to make happen. Why are you picking PFM to work on this?
Number one, when we created the Children's Ark, that was the goal, the end goal. Right now, our fundraising activities have gone towards helping families with medical issues, but the ultimate goal for the Children's Ark was to find a mechanism to bring about affordable housing on Guam. We are in real estate, so that was always in our mind. And so when PFM approached us, they actually approached us and said, we've got the same vision and we want to collaborate to see what we can do to make this vision a reality. We couldn't say no. In fact, we were so excited that they reached out to us, and we know who PFM, we know the background of PFM, and we had absolutely no doubt that this would be the right mechanism to bring about, and this is the start. Flores Rosa is the start, their start of bringing about affordable housing to Guam. So we wanted to be part of that team. We just absolutely couldn't say no to that opportunity.
Mm. Amanda, tell us about like the project and like who's working on what, and what the scope of responsibility is going into this concept.
Okay, so with Flores Rosa Gardens, with Children's Arts, our partnership and how we're going to support each other is that with their clientele and who they're assisting, right, providing the tangible solutions and effective solutions. How we're going to do it is connect with each other and see if we're able to assist the people who reach out to Children's Art and provide them with affordable housing at Flores Rosa.
Mm-hmm. And that's a really good location of the island too. And Liz, correct me if I'm wrong, because we always tend to talk about market forces and what's going on with the market, and like the inventory of available for realtors and everything. But this will probably, correct me if I'm wrong again, but this will actually make affordable housing available to a younger demographic too, because that's part of the problem right now is the housing market being what it is and the economy being what it is. You really can't get your first house until, I know some people that are like in their mid 40s and they're still prepping for it.
That's right. In fact, the National Association came out with a report stating that the 40-year-old are the first-time home buyers now. There's a shift in age, the age level for first-time home buyers, and it's 40 years old. And on Guam, I'm sure where our young entrepreneurs are out there, and they're not jumping at the bit right now to buy until they can accumulate wealth to do that. So this project is a wonderful opportunity. We keep talking about affordable housing, and at least something is being done thanks to this group and the collaboration with Children's Art. We do know a few people who did build affordable housing, and of course that was snapped up rather quickly. So there's a few projects out there. Again, we're proud that we're a part of this. We're going to help the group, of course, go through applications and assist people in the process of affordable homes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Ken, let's talk about timelines and everything like that. What are you guys working with as far as, when you see the project really starting to come to fruition?
So we've already broken ground, and I believe that we're looking to place in service by the end of 2026, which would give us it would actually is a pretty heightened schedule. I think we have till December of 2027, but we're going to push the place in service as early as 2026. So midpoint of next year, you're going as early as December 2026. But midpoint of next year, you should see more advertising and announcements about availability. So this is a relatively small project, in terms of the housing prices on Guam, or at least the affordable housing prices. This is only 30 units, right? So this is a drop in a pond, but it's much needed. And, the island definitely needs more options for affordable housing that go beyond the current available scope that the government can help subsidize, right? So, for instance, this project, it was awarded through the LIHTC, Low Income Housing Tax Credit program, which was given through GDOE. They do that every year. So there's a finite number of units that can be available on the island, but it doesn't even begin to satisfy the huge housing need that we have across all these different demographics. And it's just beyond, it's low income housing, but the reality is that if your household is making, I believe there's a GDOE symposium that mentioned that if your household is making under $120,000 a year, then at $2,450 or $2,400, you're overburdened, right? That's an overburden to your budget, and that is very difficult for many households on Guam to match. And there need to be creative, innovative ways to solve this issue, this rent issue, right? Whether it's light tech or rent to own or whatever type of projects there may be out there. PFM, the children's art, we're looking for the creative ways to continue to solve that, even if it's just 30 units right now, right? So hopefully we can make a bigger dent in the future.
Now, interesting choice of words, because I think that dent and the impression you're going to have on our community and our market will be very substantial. Because even though, I know you can, Ken, very, very good friend of mine, we collaborated on so many projects over the years when he was here at KUAM. But by saying, it's kind of like a small scale project, to get it done within a year, I think speaks volumes about how seriously you guys take this, given what's happening with the military buildup, given what's happening with the economy. And that I would say, right, Amanda, that's a pretty aggressive schedule. And it just kind of shows how serious you guys are about making these kind of structures available to people who really need them.
Yes.
Okay, and Gina, is the fact that we have to actually classify, and we have for several years now, dwellings as affordable housing, does that kind of speak to like the problem that we have right now about why there's this pulling further and further of, basically like the middle class is dropping out because now we have affordable housing and then you have like stuff at the other side of the spectrum, and that's kind of telling.
Yeah, I mean, and this story's been written on the wall for I don't know how long. The problem is the community is well aware of it, but in order for private companies like PFM to be able to contribute to the solution, there has to be some sort of incentive. So PFM is using this incentive through GDOE to offset the cost. It's very hard to do business out here. The amount of time it takes to get permits, the amount of fees and the cost of labor and all of that. But what I'm excited about, and Ken's saying, 30 units is a drop in the bucket, but it is a first step for one private company. And I think if we could, I think once they get started, the momentum gets going. I think that would, and with the company with the right heart and the right, actually capital. This doesn't just take heart and a wish, because if that was what it was about, I know a lot more people would be contributing to this issue.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at your Island Pizza Hut.
It takes people with heart who want to put in the time and the effort, because it's not easy. You could go and look it up in the news and see what type of hurdles this company has faced in order to move the project forward. And they continue to move it forward because their heart's in the right place. And to top it all off, they have the capital to pull this off. And so we're partnering up with them. We're excited about them doing this. And we're also hoping that they become the leaders to show the community we can solve our own problems together. Teamwork. If we could get the government to be proactive about helping, because GDOE is providing, it's support, right, that makes them able to do this. And that's what we really need. We need that type of collaboration. It isn't just about the nonprofit, it's about our government as well. And we're hoping that this really spurs it on, and 30 units now, 100 units next year, who knows?
30 units, for my money, 30 units is not like a small scale solution. I mean, that's 30 families who really need it. I mean, that's some entire companies right there. So that's making a very positive contribution.
Well, we're really proud that this company was able to get the bid on this project. Because in the past, it's been larger companies that have come in and gotten these type projects. So we're really proud that one of our locals was able to put in a bid and got the project going. The other thing is, you know, we talk about affordable housing. It is difficult. Luckily, through the grant, they're able to get some subsidy in for the infrastructure, right, Ken? You're able to get, is part of that infrastructure being assisted in this process to make this project possible? Because usually whenever you're doing a project, the infrastructure is always the highest cost to get things rolling and to bring in power, water, and all of that. So the great part is you're right off Ipaw Road, which is truly prime. And there is another project there that is for affordable rentals as well. So I think this property is right in that same vicinity.
Yeah, I think, Liz, to add on to your point too, when it comes to these affordable housing projects, we are really looking to present something different. We don't want low income housing to be synonymous with poor development or poor quality, right? We really want the housing market to be something that if you own the house or you're renting from the place, that you enjoy the place you live, because you know if you can sleep comfortably at night and you know enjoy the amenities that you know of a normal household, you're gonna perform better in your own life and you know succeed. You know, hopefully that's what we want, right? We want this to be the stepping stone for families to promote themselves into the next area or phase or tier of their housing market, right? And well-being. So you know, Ipaw is a great area. It's close to Donkey, it's close to everything, and it's a great location. You know, Dedido is obviously close to a lot of things too, but you know, in our mind, our perspective, it's just a little more inundated with those types of projects, and we want to offer these projects for other parts of the island, you know, and you know, hopefully more in the central and southern regions as well in the future.
Liz, do you already have a queue of applicants that are already like lined up? Because I know you guys have been working, you know, with clients, and by virtue of the fact that you're smiling already, I'm sure you know the phone's been ringing off the hook. You know, once word got out that you're working on this.
Well, I know this project hasn't really kicked off yet, but we're excited about it. And we do have people who are looking for homes. And, you know, Gina and I every day get a call. Their budget is $250, $350, $450. And to try to find something in that price range is very difficult unless it's a fixer-upper. So, you know, we're really fired up and excited. And I know this will be a big help to our community.
Okay, Amanda, I think you might be getting CC'd on a few more emails after this segment comes out.
That's fine. We're ready.
Okay, and maybe just make like
been ready since the summer, right, Amanda?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
She's been working on this for quite a while now. Yes.
Okay, Amanda, that being the case, man, I would have loved to be a fly on the wall just to see like, you know, the positive momentum, you know, that your two organizations have when you know, talking about this and, you know, negotiating who's responsible for what, who approached who when it came to putting this project together?
Oh, I don't know. I think maybe you can answer that question.
Sure. So PFM, we approached Children's Arc first. So, and you know, Gina and Liz, they have a wealth of experience, not just in the real estate sector, but with getting families into housing developments, right? Previously with the former nonprofits that they were on the board of, and you know that really we needed that type of experience that it really spoke to the type of people and the type of character they have. And these two ladies, you know, I Jason, we've worked together, and I've seen them on the show week in, week out. So they're kind of like my aunts, you know, like I know them from TV, like, so they're credible. I trust what they say. And you know, fortunately the rest of the team at PFM feels the same way. And these are great ladies. And, you know, we just we have the same vision and same goals. We want locals and families on Guam to have a place that they can call their own. Right. And, you know, we're partners.
You guys, Shakespeare himself couldn't have written it any more beautifully. Like, and the strategic alliance was formed with a hearty handshake and a respectful amen.
There you go.
Well, this is absolutely incredible. I know that there's going to be a lot of people that I mean, for the people that it affects the most directly is the families that could really avail of this. I'm sure they're going to be waiting, wanting weekly updates and everything like that. But the fact that again, Ken and Amanda, you guys have set your timeline, and at least from my vantage point, it is very, very aggressive. So hopefully Santa gives you guys a couple more Christmas presents, because you guys are definitely making the holidays brighter with this news for many people out there.
For clarity too, Jason, some of the units, 20% of the units are reserved aside for special populations, elderly, we have victims of domestic abuse. We have a area for parents, individuals with children. So, we're looking to really assist select members of the community, but of course, yeah, the entire 30 units will be available to anyone who qualifies based on the criteria. So.
Outstanding work. Well, Amanda, you are letting us, you and your colleagues over there at PFM are allowing us to head into 2026 with some very bright optimism about the future of affordable housing, and hopefully, it's not a competition. Hopefully, other organizations, get wind of this and and follow suit and arrange their own projects too. We would hope.
Yes, actually, to include add on to what Ken was saying, it's also for veterans too.
Very nice.
That's 3% too. So yeah.
It just keeps getting better and better, you guys.
Yeah. Can you imagine, Jason, when the project becomes bigger? This is just the start, but
yeah,
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Well, this has been the most wonderful message to pass along to people on Christmas week and everything. So, for everybody down at the Children's Ark and everybody over there at Pacific Federal Management, bless you and thank you for what you guys have done in putting this together. It's really amazing.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Jason.
Thanks, Jason.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Merry Christmas.
House to Home, presented by Remax Diamond Realty.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
I thought you worked in his house.
Oh, I'm wherever he needs to fuel up. Oh, Cantina chicken burrito.
Thanks, Todd.
That's the way to do it.
You know what? Let me actually get something to wash that down with, please.
Yeah, I got you.
Easy. Appreciate it.
You've made a powerful enemy, Todd. I didn't mean.
Go on a journey to discover true health and wellness. At the Medical City, we bring you expert care, cutting-edge treatments, and personalized wellness programs. From wellness checkups to relaxation retreats, nurture your well-being in a place of healing. Explore the Philippines. Experience the Medical City.
Weekly Renewal is brought to you by Calvo's Select Care.
Half a day, I'm Clara Calvo, bringing you your weekly renewal. Today, I am here with a good friend of mine who is a licensed counselor, Risha again. Half a day, Rish. Day. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So, as we wrap up 2025 and we start a new year, we were already talking a little bit earlier about how so many people focusing on their resolutions, right? New Year's resolutions. And being in the fitness and wellness industry for the past 2 decades, of course, I've heard it all, from the dieting to a better exercise regimen, getting those numbers down, the weight, whatnot. But we're just talking about how our mental and emotional health is just as important. So coming from the perspective of a therapist, a counselor, can you just share a little bit about that, about the mental, emotional health component of setting intentions or resolutions?
Right. Well, while the body is very important to take care of, I think that it's just one part of the whole system, right? We have the mind And the heart, the emotions, and the gut, that's a big part of the navigation. So you would probably say it's the operating system, and the body carries it out.
Yeah.
So it's real important to pay attention to the inner world, your inner nervous system. The things that you think about, the things that you feel. Because you imagine having a car and just taking care of the body, but not the engine. Kind of like the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So I guess when you're talking about resolutions and intentions, it's good to keep in mind your mental and your emotional health.
Right, and because it's all interrelated. Because I was sharing with you earlier how I was getting sinus issues, and I noticed it happens more when I'm stressed out. So that's the other thing with this time of year. People probably feel a little more overwhelmed or pressured. You know, whether it's the holidays and you know, not everyone is feeling quite like even me, I was sharing with you, feeling still some grief over loss, or feeling alone, or although it's can be a very joyous time for others, it's not so. So how would you, like, if there are any kind of like daily practices that you could share?
Yeah, sure.
Of staying in check.
Yeah. First, I want to say that if you are experiencing grief and stress, you're not alone. Because I've had a few clients come in just to address grief during this time. You know, it's a time you think about your family and you think about all your memories, and it's sad, and it's okay. So I told a client, you know, who just was so heartbroken, I said, it's okay to grieve, it's okay to cry, it's okay to let it out. Because what you resist will persist. So just allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to kind of move through it, because it won't last forever. But
grief shows up not just whether it's, I mean, not just, but it's not solely just about losing a loved one like who has passed away, but grief shows up in many ways, right? For different purposes in our life.
Yeah, anytime there's change, there's grief. Anytime you're moving on from something, there's grief, right?
Yeah.
Even a part of yourself. Sometimes you can grieve outgrowing parts of yourself, outgrowing other relationships.
Right.
Yeah.
Stages in your life.
Stages in your life.
Well, thank you. Before we close, is there anything else you'd like to share?
Just thank you for having me here. Expressing gratitude is another great way to kind of lift your mood and just remember that we're here, we're living, we're breathing.
Yeah.
And that is such a gift in itself.
Gratitude list. That's so helpful, because I do find sometimes my mind is focusing on, that's wrong, I need to fix this, I need to, like, just focusing on what needs to be amended and fixed. Yeah. And of course that means my mind's focused on problems as opposed to, okay, well, this isn't going right, but, right, like focusing more on blessings or just as much as we are on problems.
Exactly. And it can start with a simple thing like we're alive and we get to create this memory.
Yeah. Very empowering.
In this moment. So
thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And so we will segue out of this part one, and then next week we'll focus on a different subject.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next time on your Weekly Renewal.
Weekly Renewal is brought to you by Calvo Select Care.
Over. I am Michelle Fresh, and we are taking auditions for our Christmas movie here at the KUAM studios. If you can state your name and begin with your audition.
Matsuki Hirayama.
I'm Kobe Onodera.
I'm Padme.
I'm Vic.
My name is Janice.
3, 2, 1. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Honestly, I think we killed that performance.
I don't know, man. I think we practiced this like 10 times. We're supposed to go the other way. I don't know what Kobe was. I don't even know, man. I think it's Kobe's fault. He had that, bro.
He didn't come to any of our rehearsals.
About to do this. I just came from the field and haven't had lunch yet.
Hi, I'm Shaylee and I'll be auditioning for Mariah Carey. I guess I was just singing too high of a note. I guess they couldn't hear.
You want me to hold the mic or?
Ready? Frosty the Snowman. Am I melting? Am I melting?
All right. What will you ladies be?
I gotta get holiday gifts out.
Off today, this is Tori.
I don't even need to audition. I can already get the role.
I'm not doing this.
Mitch is taking this a little too seriously. He doesn't even speak French.
Victor Wembinyama, escargot, Paris, voulez-vous coucher à ce soir? Ce soir? Honestly, I don't speak French. I just really love the holidays.
Feliz Pascua and Viva Ha'anen Webu!
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from KUAM!
This season, come home, no matter where you are. Celebrate Christmas Chamorro Island style with the sounds that bring memories of Bunelas Dagu, family gatherings, novenas, and village lights. Stream Isla Christmas on Isla Digital Radio, anytime, anywhere, on demand on KUAM.com and the KUAM News app. From Guam to the world, keep the island spirit close this holiday season. Brought to you locally by Valley of the Lari and the Guam Bus. Feliz Navidad from Isla Digital and KUAM.
It has become a refrain we've heard all fall. Get your flu shot. This winter, doctors are still saying it as the number of flu cases is up coast to coast.
My hope is that we're actually getting closer to the peak now.
The CDC reports that flu levels are the highest in New York, Colorado, and Louisiana.
It's just chaos all around.
At this Walgreens in New York City, pharmacist Ashley Almonte got her flu shot.
I've seen so many people get it that it's actually scaring me, so I just want to make sure I was safe.